Today we're going to be working on the 6-wheel drive ambulance. In particular, we're going to be removing the roof box so that we can get access to the roof, find out where the water's leaking. Because when it rains, I have water coming in strange places. Namely, the water runs down and out of this bit, and it's coming out, I think, out of this little bit of fiberglass in here, or acrylic, or whatever that is. And the only place water can get in that is above the gutter level, and the only place it's coming in is probably in here. Now, I have stuck a little bit of flashing tape in here, and that did reduce the problem. And a common problem with these guys is that steel plate that houses the roof hatch. It rusts around the edge and leaks, so I'm hoping we don't have too much rust in there. But I have some phosphoric acid, aka rust converter. I'm going to get in there and try and convert the rust, and then I'm going to mask the area off and spray silicone around it if it's not too bad. And we'll probably open the roof hatch and have a play with that while we've got it off, and then hopefully we can shove our roof box back on. The roof box itself needs a few repairs as well that hopefully we can effect while it's off the roof. It should be functionally a fairly easy job. I think I've just got to undo 4 of these clamps and take the whole thing off. I've got my senior technician coming around to help me with that, or my senior engineer, or whatever terminology works for that. So yeah, but yeah, we do need to remove that roof box. The other side effect of that is going to be that I can access this area more readily, and one of the problems I've got is this seal between the cab and the body. It does leak. It builds up, wells up water, and it leaks through. Significantly less since I got in there with some spray silicone, but I can't get the angle that I need to spray it properly, and it does look a little messy down there, but you can't really see that in normal use. But with the roof box off, I'll be able to get a good angle in there and seal up those last little bits that I know are leaking. So a whole bunch of stuff we can do while I've got this box off, but I need 2 people and I need my ladder. So I'm gonna go into my neighbor's place and borrow my ladder back, and yeah, we'll get working on that. Alright, so we have a 4mm Allen key here. The dexterity is not great today. That one is done up tight. Where are we? And we have roulettes doing training overhead at the moment. That should be loose enough, I think, to do the job. And that clip actually has just loosened right off. That might all just slide off, I think. We might not need to undo that top bolt like I thought we had to. But now, in the interest of making life easier, take a 13mm spanner here. When you start using a 13, I start wondering if this is actually imperial, because 13's pretty damn close to, I think it's a 9/16. Let me have a look. 13 and a 9/16, and no, 9/16's too big. So let's try 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch bolt. So whenever you use a 13, maybe you need an imperial. All right, so that should slide off nicely. I don't think I need to take that entirely off to do the rest of it. So I'll continue with the other 4. Alrighty, well, when I'm going to fold the mirror in, I think. Alright, when you're ready. Hang on. Okay, I see what's going on. So we are going to have to take them off. There's the hinge for the roof hatch is colliding with the back of the box. So I'm going to have to take the whole thing off.
Okay.
And so I'm going to have to lift it up and move it along a bit. So, right, it turns out I'm going to have to take these off because the hinge bracket at the top, it's going to collide with the frame of the roof box. I'm going to take these things all the way off, or at least to a point where we can spin them around, which is all the way off.
2,000 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. We're in front of the hinge now.
Right.
So we can probably slide forward if you want and come to just before its balance point.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Where are we? All right, now we can get up and have a look at least. Have a look at the state of things.
I don't think we're going to be able to lift it.
That's all right. Well, I can at least get a look at the state of things.
Okay.
And I can see where I might need to get some silicone in. Roof hatch seal looks good. I'm not seeing a lot of rust in here, but at least I can get to it to spray silicone. I've got some masking tape and spray silicone, so we should be able to run along that.
Okay.
Where are we?
Oh, you're doing a video.
So yeah, now we can get in. We can get in here anyway. I'm happy that roof hatch is not leaking.
Yeah.
It's nicely sealed. I reckon we'd probably bring it a bit further forward. I'll peel up this flashing tape that I put on here and see what's going on under there. But yeah, I'm not seeing any huge rust holes, which is good.
Yep.
As I've seen some horror stories with these things.
So you want to go about another 100 mil?
It could be leaking through the rivets, you know.
Yeah.
They put pop rivets in the top, but yeah, a little bit further if we can. I'll get down, hang on. Yeah, so we've got, if we can get it over the next bit, we should be right. Keep going. A bit further. Right.
Getting close.
It's alright, it's past the second hinge, so that's what we wanted. Now, yeah.
That's good.
Like in Mark.
Yeah, it's just before the balance.
That's alright. Well, at least I can seal some stuff up from here. So, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well I'm going to peel this flashing tape off and I'll get the silicone out. So I've got spray silicone and painter's tape. Yep. A little bit of fun with that. Alright. Look here. Pretty good under here actually.
Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah, and this stuff's definitely kept the rain out. Oh, it's just going to be tricky to get off. Right, we've got the tape up. I've got to clean a bit of dirt out of here so the silicone actually sticks to the hole. Still not a lot of room to work with, but we'll get there. I can. Could take a little bit. A few repetitions, we'll get it clean. Let's see if we can get into this. Now, yeah, just flood fill it and coat it as best I can. Not pretty, but hopefully it should be waterproof. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to mask off some of the other stuff. Longest part of the whole job, finding the end of the tape reel. Alright, and because I've only got it slid forward, this could be a little tricky. Alright, so I want to go about there. And you want to go about there. And then I'm going to go that way. I had a crack at this before, but well, this is the tricky bit. I had a crack at this a while ago, but with the box on, there was only so much I could reach. Alright, take a bit of extra time to mask up, and I'll have a lot less trouble later on. Right, well, I might do that corner to start with, and then we'll, you know, I might mask the whole lot up, and then I'll spray it. I think that's the best way. Alright, start close to home a bit and see how we go. Try not to get too much overspray. Yeah. Perilous positions on a ladder. Alright, so luckily there's no rust in here that I can see, so it's just a little bit of dirt, so we're probably better off not worrying about the rust kill. We'll keep going with this, see how far we can get. This has actually got a bigger gap than the other side.
Okay.
It could be where it's coming in.
Yeah.
And if it's running into that interior moulding in the roof, it could end up showing up
Anyway.
at whatever is the downhill side. Yeah. I don't think it's the roof hatch. The roof hatch looks really well sealed. And it's sort of sheltered by the roof box most of the time anyway, so. Alright, can we can sort of blast it around the corner a bit, which is nice. Alright, well that's that bit done. Now, I just want to make sure I'm happy with how much is on here before I peel that tape off. Because if you don't really have a second chance to add more on, so I want to sort of flood fill that gap a bit. Alright. Well, I'll give the other side a second coat once I'm done with it.
Yep.
And I'll let this sort of tack dry just a bit before I peel the mask off. Alright, I'll do another coat on the other side. Alright. See if our mask is going to come up. Alright, it is, and I'm going to end up with horribly sticky fingers. I should have got gloves. Alright. I'm probably going to have to mask up along the front where we can't get to, but alright, get to that one later. Alright, slight little touch up in this spot here. Could well be our problem there. So here we go, a little bit in here as well. Sort of want to get it thick enough that there's not water sitting in that groove.
I'll have to give it a couple of shots.
Yep. Alright. Well, that bit's sitting, I'm going to peel this bit off, that looks good. Alright. Oh wow. I'm gonna need the Solvol tonight. There we go, yep.
Yeah.
How you going?
G'day, Aussie.
Hey?
Aussie.
Yeah? I had to take a short break before because a subscriber found. Well, it's probably not hard given how obvious these things are and where I live. But nice to have a chat. So, certainly thought when I was going to start another YouTube channel that I ended up meeting the trolls that I did like 10 or 15 years ago on YouTube. That's why I aced the first channel, or axed it rather. Yeah, nice to have a chat with a subscriber. Alright, I think that's pretty well clean. Let's keep going. That might be the safest way to do that. Yeah. Oh, just enough wind to make tape flutter. Alright. Here we go here. I'm going to have to stick on top of some of the existing stuff. But, oh, slightly crooked. Not the end of the world though. Where are we? Well, if I can do that from here, I'll probably get a pretty good shot at it from the other side. Alright.
Yeah, well done. Try to get it to the... RACV windscreen man.
Yeah.
He stuffed up the cruiser one big time.
Yeah, well, this one's pretty easy. It's a flat windscreen. But it's not normal, so yeah. Yeah. And try to get the right angle for the can to work, but not overspray. Probably could have used actually that painter stuff actually that you get that's got the a bit of paper or a bit of plastic attached to the tape.
Oh yeah.
It gives you a bit more width. Right, that side needs a bit of infill. This side, look, I can see actually what they've done. They've put the hatch on hard over on the driver's side and it's opened up a gap on the passenger side.
You're right.
And I'll back it in, that's where the water's getting in.
Yeah.
And I see a bit of a gap where it's all soaked in, so I'm going to fill that gap in with another coat.
Keep working at that.
Right.
Give me that.
It's alright. It's easier to drop it than to try and get a spot without getting silicone on you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ah, it's gonna soak wet silicone everywhere. Don't go on the windscreen. I don't want that stuff on the windscreen.
It's got a little bit on the rubber.
Look rag. You don't do it quick,
Yeah.
you can almost beat it. Alright, that piece I might get from here, but it might also be a lot safer to do it from the other side.
Yeah.
Alright. And it's wicked under the tape around the rivets too, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
So I'll get it. It'll seal up those pop rivets. I go and people love it.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll lift when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Go. I'll slide back a bit. Doesn't need to go back far, but that's probably fine right there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all good. Alright. Now we put the brackets back on.
Did these brackets go right to the end of the trough?
Hey?
Is that one forward?
They were slightly short of it, but the problem is if we go right to the end of the trough, this will be resting on the window seal.
Yeah.
And if I hit a big bump, my window will shatter. So
Fair enough.
that's perfectly fine.
Right.
I think they were designed to be level with the end of the cab rather than the gutter. So hopefully I've solved my water leaks finally.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I got some baby wattle birds in the tree.
Oh.
That's what you guys have been taking all that food. The wattle birds got extra friendly lately.
Yeah.
And they've been taking food almost out of our hands.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah. And then,
Well, doctor's right.
yeah. But yeah, they weren't eating it, they were just taking off with it. And I'm like, yeah, they got chicks somewhere. Right, all up, we'll go around and have a look. Okay. Get in from there. Got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we do that. I've seen worse designs for clamps.
Yeah.
It'd just really nice if I could get my ratchets done around these ones.
Yeah.
I need ratchet open ender. Alright, I'm doing this next bit on my new stabilized camera. And we'll see what we can do here. I think we can pull a fancy trick here. If I flip it round, you can see me. And hopefully we can bring you around and it'll facial track. So, we've got our roof box sorted out. This is a bit difficult to deal with, this camera. I'm still learning it. So, let's see what we can do here. I think we can pan up a little bit. Maybe we can. There we go. So, up here, we've got the roof box. Okay, so it's facial tracking me really well. So the roof box is done anyway. We've got it on pretty well. I guess we'll find out when it rains next whether or not we'll be able to see if it's waterproof or not. I know a lot of you guys are going to go, why don't you spray a hose on it? Well, in practice, when I've tried that in the past, I haven't been able to replicate the problem of the water leaking in. There's still a good chance it could be windscreen seal. Actually, let's swing around here for a bit. Do our 3-button thingy here. Okay, so around here, I'm hoping it's not the windscreen seal. Our box is a little bit closer than it used to be, so there is a bit of gap there, but yeah, it could be getting in along the seal here, but that wouldn't explain how it's ending up where it is. I did find when the roof hatch was on, it's pushed hard up on this side, and there's a bit of gap on that side, and that would make sense if it's leaking in that top corner there, and it's falling into the plastic moulding of the roof, and it's flowing across here and running down there when I take a slight dip as I'm coming out the driveway in the morning. So, I guess we wait. And yes, it looks very messy in there, and yes, what I've done is probably a little messy, but I'd rather it be a little messy in spots you can barely see than have it rust out and rot out and grow mold everywhere, which is nearly what happened when it last leaked in there. So, yeah. Alright, well, we're going to take this for a drive. Got to pick up my apprentice, and we'll call that a day. We'll call it the end of the video, and yeah, hopefully I've got my mirrors in the right position now, because I had to move them. But yeah, anyway, we'll see you in the next one. And yeah, as I said in my previous video where I talked a lot, there is a bit of pressure to perform, but I'm getting some of that reduced. And this is one of these stressful things that's been bugging me for a long time. So anyway, let's carry on. We'll see you in the next video, and I hope it was fun. And yeah, see if you give us a thumbs up, I guess. Doesn't really make much difference to me, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, I'll catch you later.